Hello and welcome, my name is Dennis Whiskers and this is Whiskers Educational Materials. This is going to be another video for my health and fitness category, and if you want to be healthy, you have to eat healthy, and I'd suggest you grow your own food as much as possible, that is. Today I'm going to teach you how to make self-wicking pots. Self-wicking pots are absolutely the best way how to grow tomatoes, 100% hands down. There are many upsides to that. First of all, they're mobile. You can just pick them up, move them around. Tomatoes like sun, so you want to put the pail in a sunny spot. You can easily move them around. So that's number one upside. Upside number two would be tomato plants like to compete with each other, right? So if you grow them side by side, you have to allow quite a bit of spacing in between, so the roots don't compete. And the best possible way would be actually to put the plant separately in its own pail, and that's it. It's on its own, doesn't compete, it's happy, it's growing a lot of tomatoes. Upside number three is you can just leave, right? So you have to make sure that the container is full with water, and you can probably leave for up to 3 days, no problem. 2-3 days, easy. We can improvise with the materials. We can use all different sorts of materials how to accomplish this. What I'm using here is a conduit. So I bought a couple of these. I don't remember, I think they were 3 meters in length, and I just cut them roughly this height, a lot of pieces this height. I use five of these per pail, and then we need the centerpiece. This is going to be the wicking container, and then we get the lid. So that's the lid. Actually, I'm saving everything, right? So I'm cutting this inside portion out and just drilling a lot of holes in it. Make a little cut on the side. It's gonna come in like this, and then we need the water supply, right? So this is another conduit. In this case, I'm using I think it's 16 millimeters. And again, like you can see, I have one for each. For this inside insert and the water supply system here, I can use the same PET bottle, right? So basically just cut it right in the middle and make something roughly this shape. This is how I'm gonna supply the water to the wicking container, and that's it, right? So this is pretty much the finalized project right there. Then we need to align this wicking container with something, basically just so dirt doesn't go through these little holes here. So I don't even remember when did I get it and how did I get this material. You can improvise with the materials. This is some sort of gardening cloth or whatever, I don't know how to call it. We align it, and then the dirt comes in, and that's it, right? Another thing is, don't forget to have the handle on this side. So you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to move it around this way, you can pick it up using the handle. If the handle is going to be on the other side of this conduit, you can't, right? So you'll have to use both hands and pick it up like that. This way, handle is on this side. We pick it up, move it around. That's that. These are my seedlings. They're not quite ready yet, and you can actually see this little hair on a stem. So as soon as that hair will make contact with the dirt, it will become roots, right? So you want to plant it as deep as possible. Actually, for this particular one, I probably would even cut these leaves here, this stem here, and the other one, and I would probably stick it right up into the top right there. These are not quite ready yet. It's probably gonna be a couple more weeks, and then we'll put them in. I'm growing everything from seed. So this is my starter kit. That's a grow lamp. This is you can see what I'm growing here. So I have different variety of tomato plants. I have basil. I have some peppers. I have rosemary. I have parsley. That type of stuff, right? Hello, Laiminya. Hello, Cuckoo. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Cuckoo. As for the tools, what do you need? So you definitely need a drill. That's to make all these holes. And don't forget to drill a hole right into the pail. That's the drainage hole. I make 3 holes per pail. And that hole should be just below this insert here. Just slightly below, probably a centimeter, half a centimeter below. So 3 holes all around. That's if it overflows, just drains, right? We need a saw. That's basically just to cut these all these PVC conduits to the right size, and we'll probably need some scissors as well. And that's to cut the PET bottles. That's it for the materials. That's it for the tools. We'll grow your own tomatoes. That's it. Have fun, you guys. And this is it. So this is my gardening space right there, my little gardening corner. 1 tomato per pail. That's that. After it's all said and done, this is what we're left with. So this is all ready for planting now. And I think I'll put one of these ceilings in just to show you guys how it's done. This is probably the healthiest looking one. We definitely want to use some type of plant food, right? And I'll probably go with this one. A good friend of mine, Jesse Lemieux, who happens to be an expert in this. He has a university degree basically in gardening. He says that the best ratio would be 4-4-4. So these numbers here represent, first one is N, second is P, and the third one is K. So when the saying goes up, down, and all around. So N, that's whatever is above the ground. So that's for leaves, for the fruit itself, and all that. Down, that's basically below the ground, right? So that's the root system. And the all around, that's turgor pressure. So it's just to keep it nice and sturdy. So for tomatoes specifically, these numbers should be as close as possible to 4-4-4. So 4 nitrates, 4 phosphates, and 4 potassium, right? So this one, it's close enough. We're gonna go with this. So the instructions say that I should mix in 2 tablespoons per 1 plant. So that's what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna take basically right there, just sprinkle it on top, and we'll mix it all in, and we'll put the seedling in. That's that, right? Seedling goes in as deep as possible, and then we water it really well. Again, I have the wicking system ready. It will start right away. So we'll fill up the tank, and the water is going to start coming up and supplying the plant with the nutrients. But just for starters, we're going to mix in the plant food, and we will water on top as well, right? So let me do that, and I'll come back to you guys. All right, so I mixed in the fertilizer, and I made a hole as deep as possible, right? Again, so we want to plant this guy as deep as it goes, right there. Because as I said, all this little hair that you can see, that will become a root system very soon, right? So our seedling goes in, and that's it. 1 tomato per pail. So we already have the plant food mixed into the soil. As I said, we're gonna go with this one for this particular pail. But once it starts to grow, you wanna regularly use what's called liquid fish fertilizer. So you know, just Google that up, and I mean, later on we're gonna use that. For starters, you definitely want to use something like this, mix it in, get it started, and after that fish fertilizer. So that's it. We're gonna water it. Water goes into the tank. We'll fill all that up, and we will water on top as well. You want to give a lot of water for starters. And right there, so that's the drainage hole. That means the tank is full. That's it, we'll leave it at that. The tank is full, and the last step that I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna write down what kind of a tomato that is, which year seed that is, and what kind of a plant food did I use. So in this case it's Vigoro, and it is my tag says Bonnie Best tomato. Bonnie. And it's a 2020 seed. 2020. Because some of the seeds are older actually. I have used 3-year-old seeds and 5-year-old seeds as well. And to my surprise, they actually came out. Usually seed life is up to 3 years. That was a pleasant surprise that actually I got some older seeds grown as well. And yeah, and it's Vigoro. It's with 2 N. Bonnie Best 2020 Vigoro. That's that. Thank you for watching. Be healthy, be well. Thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget that every now and then you have to come out. You have to visit your tomatoes and you have to tickle them a little bit, right? There has to be that touch. That actually sense touch. It's proven they're gonna grow well. They're gonna produce a lot of tomatoes. Be healthy, be well, and grow your own.